The Aurora Borealis, one of the most breathtaking natural wonders on Earth. But what if I told you that when it moves farther south, it could be a sign of something much bigger and much more dangerous? Over the past few years, people as far south as Texas, Spain, and even Mexico have reported seeing the auroras, a phenomenon normally reserved for the Arctic Circle. Why is this happening? And more importantly, what does it mean for your health? Stick around, because today we're going to break down what the Aurora Borealis actually is, why it's appearing closer to the equator, and how this might be affecting you, even if you don't see it. And if you want to be prepared for the next big aurora event, or more importantly, the powerful solar storms that cause them, make sure to sign up for FlareAware. This service gives you advanced warning days before geomagnetic storms reach Earth, so you can stay informed and protect yourself from the unseen effects of space weather. Link in the description. First, let's break down what the Aurora Borealis actually is. The auroras, also known as the northern and southern lights, are created when charged particles from the sun, mostly electrons and protons, slam into Earth's upper atmosphere. These particles excite atoms like oxygen and nitrogen, making them glow in different colors. Green and red come from oxygen. Blue and purple come from nitrogen. But here's the key detail. These particles don't just hit Earth randomly. Our planet's magnetic field funnels them toward the poles, which is why auroras are typically seen in places like Canada, Scandinavia, and Antarctica. However, when the sun gets more active, like during solar storms, this whole system gets thrown out of balance, and that's when things start getting interesting, maybe even dangerous. Normally, auroras stay near the polar regions, but over the past few years, something strange has been happening. Auroras have been appearing much farther south than usual. Why? Because the sun is getting more active. We're currently in solar cycle 25, and scientists expect this cycle to peak between 2024 and 2025. During these peaks, the sun releases coronal mass ejections, or CMEs, which are massive bursts of plasma magnetic energy. When one of these CMEs slam into Earth, it temporarily overwhelms our planet's magnetic shield, pushing the auroras farther towards the equator. That's why people in places like Texas, California, the UK, and Japan have started seeing auroras during strong geomagnetic storms. The auroras themselves are harmless, but the solar storms that bring them can have real consequences. Power grid failures are number one. When a solar storm is strong enough to push auroras south, it can also induce electrical currents in power lines, leading to transformer failures and blackouts. In 1989, a powerful geomagnetic storm knocked out power to the entire province of Quebec. Another problem solar storms pose is GPS and communication disruptions. Airlines, emergency services, and even everyday GPS systems can experience outages. If the auroras are visible in your area, there's a chance GPS accuracy is already being affected. Another risk is increased radiation exposure, in that people flying at high altitudes, like pilots and frequent travelers, are exposed to more cosmic radiation during solar storms. This increases the risk of DNA damage, and over time could even lead to higher cancer risks. Lastly, there's health effects you might already be feeling. Scientific studies suggest that increased geomagnetic activity correlates with double or more heart attacks and strokes, sleep disturbances, and even mental effects. Some researchers believe that these changes happen because the human nervous system is sensitive to changes in Earth's magnetic field. If you've ever felt unusually restless, anxious, or fatigued during a geomagnetic storm, it might not be your imagination. So what can you do to stay ahead of solar storms? Number one, you can stay informed. The best way to protect yourself is to know when these storms are coming, and that's exactly why you should sign up for FlareAware. FlareAware gives you advanced warning days before a geomagnetic storm reaches Earth, so you can prepare for potential power disruptions, GPS issues, and even possible health effects. Number two, protect your electronics. Surge protectors and Faraday cages can shield electronics from power surges caused by solar storms. Lastly, monitor your health. If you're sensitive to geomagnetic changes, consider tracking your symptoms during solar storms. Services like FlareAware can help you correlate your health with space weather. The bottom line, the Aurora Borealis is beautiful, but when you see it farther south than usual, it's not just a light show, it's a warning. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more space weather updates, and let me know in the comments. Have you ever noticed unusual health symptoms during a solar storm?